Video 1 Part 2, Rebuttals to the Obama-Romney Debates. This is segment 1 of this video. I'm sorry I had to break it into 2 parts because of YouTube size limitations, so please watch both parts to get it all. Hello America, my name is John Green Ferguson and I'm your third voting choice for President of the United States in 2012. It's my FEC number, and I'm running on my new Eco-Green Third USA political party. Thus far I've ran a totally green campaign, that is, with $0 in and as close to zero out as possible. I have not received 1 penny of campaign contributions from any person or business in the United States. I've totally paid for all my own minimal expenses myself. I have no campaigning employees, nor have I paid for any television ads. I plan on continuing my campaign alone without any fundraisings or making anyone any future political promises of any kind. So far, my highest advertising expense is $100. Let me show you what I got off of eBay for part of that. Now I look like Uncle Sam. And I want you to revolt and join me on my new Eco-Green Third political party revolution against the bipartisan electoral system. I want to emphasize that you all do have more than just 2 choices for president in November. You have me as a third choice. Besides that, having 2 choices here in America for anything is utterly false and totally un-American. Totally against the basic American ways of thinking, against all our normal lives of freedoms and choices for everything every day. Just think about it. And I believe that I'm still your only best choice, considering the other 2 idiots that everybody's been trying to brainwash you into believing that you only have. They are truly the wrong choices for you, especially for the middle-class citizens of the country. And remember that America cannot, nor will they ever be forced into anything, especially for their voting decisions. Now, remember my first video, what I was telling you about the news medias and papers being totally prejudiced and biased against anyone that isn't Democrat or Republican? Well, check this out. 3 months ago, I contacted the Commission on Presidential Debates in Washington, D.C., trying to obtain a permit to the debates. But they actually told me that my running for president credentials weren't good enough to get a pass. I then contacted the University of Denver to get an on-campus permit and attend outside the debates, but they refused to issue me one too. I then contacted the City of Denver to obtain a public assembly permit to just possibly be on the sidewalks next to the college, but they refused to issue me anything either. So after 2 weeks of making countless calls for hours a day to every person and department in Denver that had anything to do with it, I received absolutely no cooperation at all and was not allowed anywhere close to the areas of the debates. Well, this means that I've been forced to use extreme measures to get any recognition at all. So I guess now that I only have to use cheap props and stupid theatrics to get my points and opinions across to America, and through primarily using the internet and social media networks as the means of distribution. And being that, you know, the stupid is mainly all that television is interested in broadcasting anyways, with all the ridiculous reality shows and soap operas, but they do, you know, broadcast every sporting event on the face of the earth. Just maybe they'll broadcast a story about these videos that I'm producing on my own and the fact that I'm running for president alone. It'd be nice if they do it before November election. I can wear many different types of hats, and I also have a very large collection of them. But let me show you what else I got from the rest of my advertising money. I think you'll get a kick out of these. I know I'm going to have a hoot with them over the next month. The possibilities are endless. Just let me show you. Since they're both cowards and chickens and won't let me debate with them, well then I'll just have to have my own little debates right here without them. Just think of the endless possibilities. As far as Obama, you know, like, check it out. His mouth is open, but nothing's coming out. Well, wouldn't that have been nice if that was the only thing we heard out of him for the last year? I know that's the way I would have wanted it. And Romney, he just looks like a bad used car salesman. So lazy that he couldn't even button his jacket. Just standing there all smug looking and while thinking, here comes another one of them dumb suckers. Well, Obama represents the bottom 28 to 30% of the country, so got this little sign to depict him. And Romney represents the top 1%, 2%. So I guess that leaves me representing the middle 70 to... But you could be assured that I'm for 100% of the Americans and 100% of your rights equally also. P.S. This little pig is my first 7th grade woodshop project at age 13. It's now 45 years old and it's still working. I'll explain in greater lengths in an upcoming video why I choose the pig as a symbol and the significance of my new eco-green third party. Well, I watched the debates last night, you know, with Obama and Romney and 70 million of you other Americans, and I don't know about you, but I believe that they were going to talk about a whole lot of other fiscal problems and solving problems on the debate, other than both these guys just trying to make everyone believe that their healthcare system is better for America than the other ones. I thought they were going to speak out and exactly on how they were going to fix the fiscal problems with, you know, specific laid out plans. But I heard more political BS and a bunch of out of control bipartisan posturing and finger pointing. Neither candidate gave real solutions or to any of our ever growing and truly huge problems that are faced in our nation today. Nor any exact ways that they actually create millions of new jobs to build America back up. So here goes. I guess it's going to have to be up to me, you know, a nobody, just a normal John, to give our nation a totally new and clear and decisive direction in solving all our many problems plaguing us today. But first we need to outline what really are our most pertinent and urgent problems. We need to figure out how to balance our budget and pay down our $16 trillion in debts, to also cut massive government spendings while still being able to fund all the necessary programs throughout the United States. We need to create enough jobs to put what they claim is 8.2% unemployed Americans back to work, but in fact I've done my own personal pollings, and the truer figures are closer to 20% or more. Our government can't even get a true census population count, let alone getting any true figures on anything else either. We need to figure out how to reduce our trade deficits with the rest of the world's markets while overall improving our nation's productivity. We need to secure all our borders now and fix our vast immigration problems that plague the whole country. We also need to become more self-reliant in the energy-related problems, such as fuel consumptions and higher costs, and the lack of having enough electricity, and upgrading our national distribution systems for that. Bringing back many of the decaying, you know, inner and outer cities and towns, not to mention just figuring out how to do all our massive, what we're going to do with the massive stockpiles of decaying nuclear waste and, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And we also need to figure out how to lower our ever-growing higher cost of foods and our shortages from them in general because of the massive land droughts and the ever-growing dependency on other countries of the world from our many food supplies here. The only thing I heard Obama and Romney did agree on was they both wanted to build the XL dirty oil tar sands pipeline from Canada to South Texas refineries. But they're both doing that for the wrong reasons. They're claiming it's for the jobs that was supposed to be that it makes, and more of them that it will sustain. But the true reasons are because they both made big campaign promises to big oil company givers to make them even richer, while ignoring the simple facts that they're putting a multitude of American environments at great risks. Okay, so how and where do we start to fix, any of these outlying massive problems? Well, it's actually quite simple. When you think of it totally outside the ordinary boxes, using new greener ideas and technologies to solve a complex and compound problems all at the same time. And this is like I do. My plans for accomplishing all this would be totally simple. I would mandate that all trash in the United States would be totally recycled and upcycled, to never put another piece in the ground or contaminate any of our waterways with it. This would also include strictly forbidding any trash from ever being dumped in our oceans again. This would promote thousands of new businesses and business-making opportunities for individuals and corporations alike to participate in, as well as putting most of our now unemployment U.S. workforces back to work almost immediately upon activation. My next plan would be to build many self-sustained saltwater desalting plants throughout the Gulf of Mexico and all our other U.S. bordering ocean regions to distribute clean irrigation waters to our inland drought-ridden farmlands, and then newly formed desert farmlands that we could build because we have the water. Thus, forbidding the XL pipeline being built across our nation, but replace it with many other non-toxic water distribution pipelines instead. We don't need no more stinking oil here. This water pipeline projects would promote and support even more jobs than the oil line alternative would, with many more higher dimensions of possibilities in forming new businesses, while fixing the more important drought lands and food storage shortages problems. This will also promote even thousands of more new business opportunities for individuals and corporations to participate in, creating additional millions of jobs for unemployed Americans that are out of work. This all could be funded by creating a new United States of America water distribution cooperative for the people and by the people, to which anyone could invest monies in and even receive dividends from, with even better interest rates than U.S. Treasury bonds. And we run all the monies through the U.S. Federal Reserve banks, which would then increase the strength of the value of the U.S. dollar, thus solving another one of our major ongoing problems that we haven't not been facing properly or addressing for many years. Well, that's it for this segment 1, so go out and watch segment 2 and see more of my great new green ideas and plans changes for the direction of the United States. Everybody vote for me, and come follow me on Twitter.